It's been over 2 years since I last done one of these, so let's see how we get on. Now, as I say, it has been 2 years. First of all, apologies. I have been doing a lot of other stuff, prominently Fortnite, just because I really got into it during lockdown. And the last time I done a whiskey review was during lockdown when it initially started. The last whiskey I reviewed was the Dalmore 12 years old. As most people now know, Dalmore is my favourite whiskey brand of all time. And today we are back officially. I might call this season 2, we'll see. You'll see in the title if I've decided to do that or not. So I am doing another Dalmore. In fact, my plan is to do the entire Dalmore, all the Dalmores that I own. So today I'm doing the Portwood Reserve. So this is the Dalmore Portwood Reserve. This is the second variation I have owned. Not this exact bottle, but this version. Very nice. I've actually really come to appreciate this one. Now, you will hear me say this a lot about the Dalmore brand. It is all very nice. I love it all. Especially this one. This one is very nice in terms of how it is on your palate, in terms of how it tastes overall, and in terms of also how it smells. Now, every variation is different. Dalmore does that with all their bottlings. They have a different scent of taste and whatnot. Now, in fact, since it has been 2 years, I will remind you of what the bottle itself looks like. This is the bottling, as I say, the Stag. If you want to know the story behind the Stag, go to the Dalmore 12 years old review. I do explain. Basically, there was a huntsman, and then the huntsman saved the king and therefore earned the right to use the 12-point stag as the emblem, the Mackenzie clan emblem, something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, I explain it a lot better in the previous review, so go watch that if you want to know more. Dalmore, obviously my favourite brand of all time, it has been for years now, and I have been fortunate to own many bottles and will hopefully continue to own many bottles. That is my second bottle of Portwood Reserve. The last one that I had, you've seen before in my collection video. I finished that during lockdown. So I got this recently for Christmas. In fact, 1, 2, 3 versions of the whiskey I got for Christmas. Now this one in particular, I have come to really enjoy. I get a very Christmassy vibe from this one specifically. Now, a lot of people have also said that Dalmore overall is a Christmas-like whiskey. Overall, very nice, very nice. This is probably one of my personal favourite versions that they've done so far, just based on what I've been able to try. And I've tried most of the, is it the Principal range? I can't remember. But anyway, we're actually going to give it a try now. As you can see, I have pre-poured my drink. We're going to do what Richard Patterson does. The only difference is I'm not throwing it on the floor. You know, we've got to swirl it around the glass. Say hello. How are you? Quite well, thank you very much. Now, obviously I'm using a Glencairn today. I used the Copa Capita glass in the last one. I just like to mix it up. So today we'll use this glass, and let's go for it. For the Portwood Reserve, I like to keep it in my mouth 10 seconds. Just swirl it around and get it everywhere. Typically what you're advised to do with aged whiskies in general, for example the Dalmore 12, keep it for 12 seconds, the 15-year-old 15 seconds. Obviously this is not an aged whiskey, it's not got any specifications, anything relating to that, so I do 10 seconds. So this is probably tied with the Cigar Reserve, the Cigar Malt Reserve, for my favourite Dalmore, which would be my favourite of all time. I usually go between this and the Cigar Malt. Really nice, but I really, oh my god. First taste is nice, but it's the second taste that is always the most important. It's so nice. So for any whiskey fans, Dalmore as a whole is always usually recommended, even if it's a starter whiskey or if you're wanting to try a different region. Dalmore is the Highland malt, and it's a single malt. Now again, some of the major controversies, I might have discussed this already in the previous review. A lot of people criticise Dalmore because they chill filter their whiskies and they add colouring to it. Now, I don't care, as long as it tastes good and as long as you're honest about what's actually inside this bottle, I don't care, I'll enjoy it. The reason I think that they do it is because either it comes out really, really light for them to add the colouring, or they just want to make all the bottles in the range look really dark and really nice. Because like, this looks, for a whiskey, it looks phenomenal. You cannot deny that. Now again, they're transparent. I don't care if they add colouring to it or not, and if it's chill filtered, again, I don't care. It tastes good, that's all that matters to me, and the brand has proven to be my favourite. So they're clearly doing something right, and there's a reason they're one of the most popular in the market, and also one of the most popular in Scotland itself. Actually, I've got an idea. I'll get another bottle and I'll show you the colouring. As you can see, colour-wise in the whiskey, this one might look a bit darker, but maybe I think it's the lighting, and this one's closer to the light. So yes, they do keep their whiskies very dark. Again, I think it's just to keep the range all look similar, whilst tasting different. But yes, very, again, as long as you're honest about what's going in the whiskey itself, I don't care. As long as it tastes good, I don't care. And as I said, the company's clearly doing something right. So yes, the Dalmore Portwood Reserve, highly recommend for any whiskey fan. Now, I will recommend all of the Dalmores for anyone. So yes, that is just really high up on my list, that one, and it is somewhat cheap. The last I seen it was around about that £69, £70 mark. £70. I would say £70. You might get it cheaper elsewhere online and whatnot. So I think Amazon's currently doing deals, so you might get it for a bit cheaper. If it is something that you're looking for, 100% try it. 100% try it. I cannot emphasize how good the brand is overall. The plans for the next reviews, the next one will be the Dalmore 15, the Dalmore Cigar Malt Reserve, followed by the King Alexander III. The only two that I don't have in the principal collection is the Dalmore 12-year sherry cask, which is recently new, and the Dalmore 18 years old. Once I get those, I will review them, and then I will have reviewed the principal collection. I believe that's all of them. Please subscribe if you want more whiskey reviews. I will certainly be doing more. Yes, I have historically said that before and took a 2-year hiatus, but I would love to get back into it. So yes, thank you so much for watching. If you want any whiskey recommendations or anything at all, feel free to comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next review for the Dalmore 15. So take care, look after yourselves, and I will see you all very soon.